Go away, bear. Just saw my first moose out here. Hey everybody, it's Memorial Day 2018. I'm up here for a long weekend. Gonna be out for 5.5 days, going 52 miles. I'm heading from Sugar Loaf Road down to Beaver Bay. Right now I'm actually hiking in from the Split, or not the Split Rock, the Caribou River wayside. And the reason I'm doing that is the people I'm meeting are running a couple hours late. So I thought that I would just come in and set up camp, haul back down to pick them up, and then go back up to Sugar Loaf Road and hike in. That way they can set up a little bit earlier. This is a short hike into our campsite. I'm going to be hiking in 3 miles. So it's kind of a little adjustment, but oh my gosh, perfect weather. One of the best places on earth. Stay tuned. Alright, so I made it to the East Caribou campsite. Set up my hammock. Got all set for the day. Now I'm going to be going back down to Beaver Bay to pick up Rob and Cassandra and shuttle them back up to here. And we'll get hiking. But it's a beautiful day. Look at that behind me. That is Lake Superior. So now I've got about a 2-mile hike in to the campsite. It's about 7:15. Luckily it's about the summer solstice, so it's the longest days of the year, but 2-mile hike without a pack shouldn't take me that long. So we'll see you at the campsite. Alright, about halfway on my 2.7-mile hike to the Caribou campsite, and I came to something you don't see every day. The Crystal Creek Bridge here is covered. Kind of a fancy little bridge. Alright, I made it to the campsite. Beautiful campsite, beautiful fire, courtesy of Cassandra. She needs a trail name. Everybody's gonna get a trail name. What's the goddess of fire?
Would be, I don't know. What about Phoenix?
Oh, Phoenix. We'll see what sticks here by the end of the trip.
Alright. It's night one. We haven't even hit the trail yet, so trail names.
Some of us haven't hit the trail yet. Some of us have.
Oh, fair.
Alright, I came across something a little spooky that I've never seen before near our campsite. It looks like Gudmore was buried here. And it's a pretty fresh grave. Wondering if somebody buried their dog here.
A shield and sword, a shield and sword. We'll hide and fight it, we'll hide and fight it.
Morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?
I slept alright. It took me a little while to get warm, but once I did, I slept alright.
The pad worked out?
The jury's still out.
Try again tonight.
Try again tonight.
Ride with the song. We're laying down.
We're off. First day of real hiking. We're leaving Caribou Falls, heading up towards Sonju Lake. Have about a 600-foot climb over the next 3 miles that Cassandra's very excited about. But it's beautiful weather. What did you say? It's probably 50s?
Yep.
Awesome.
These walls we've built up fall to the ground.
Well, we've been hiking for about an hour and a half now. Appears I'm a little bit faster than Rob and Cassandra, so I just stopped here. The last 20 minutes have been pretty steep incline up this hill, so it was a lot of work, but once you get to the top of the hill, it kind of all pays off because you get views like this. You may not be able to tell in the camera there, but that's Lake Superior in the distance, so it's quite a view. That's a moose. Just gonna keep on moving here. Holy crap. Just saw my first moose out here. Probably about 100 feet away from me. It sounded like there's more than one, so I was worried maybe that was the mama and some babies, so I didn't want to get too close. She clearly saw me. I just kept on walking. Looks like I'm safe now. Whew. Well, I made it to Crosby Manitou State Park. About 7 miles in. I haven't seen Rob or Cass since probably about a mile or two in. It was obvious that I hike a little faster than them. And Rob gave me the permission to go on without them. But it started raining here. It's time for lunch. I decided to hunker down in this little shed here. This little gazebo, make some ramen. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, so maybe I'll watch something on my phone and kill some time. So it's a good hike so far. It's a very hilly area that we're in, so Cass was mentioning that she's not a fan of hills, so that probably slowed them down a little bit. So gonna chill out. We got about 5 miles to go before we camp out tonight, so we should have plenty of time, considering it doesn't get dark until 8:30, 9 o'clock right now. So, all right, so I waited about 2 hours at the entrance of the state park, but I still haven't seen Rob or Cass. So I'm gonna walk back without my backpack a little ways, and hopefully I run into them and everything's okay. All right, it's a little after 3 o'clock. Finally met up with Rob and Cass down in the state park. I backtracked and found them, and they've decided to bail out a little bit and do some day hikes. So they're experienced hikers, so it goes to show you that the Superior Hiking Trail is a tough trail. So this section that we're hiking is very hilly, so I wouldn't judge them. It's a difficult trail, and you know, sometimes deciding to cut your hike short is a harder decision than to keep on going. So they are going to get bailed out by the Spear Hiking Shuttle tomorrow morning down in Finland, and then they're going to get their car. They're going to drive down near section 13 and meet me and camp with me there tomorrow night. It's probably only about a 1.5 mile hike into that campsite, and then we might be still camping out at night, except they're going to be going for a little bit of it in their car. So I've got about 5 miles to go, and it's already 3:30, so I'm going to kick it into overdrive.
Oh, not another will suffice.
All right, I made it to South Sonju Lake campsite, multi-group campsite. 3 other guys camping up the way that are real nice. But I got my hammock set up right up there, not too far away. And I'm right down here on the lake. Beautiful. Time to brush my teeth. All right. Headed out to Lily's Island for the sunset. Should be beautiful tonight. Engagement ring box. She said yes. July 2017.
You reckon you're shot, Jeremy?
No, you're on camera. You're all looking very handsome. This isn't going to be incriminating for your wife smoking cigars or anything, is it?
No, not at all.
This is where I tell the grouse story.
It's about 8:20 in the morning. Today I'm going to be hiking about 12.5 miles from Sonju Lake to section 13. It's probably about 60 degrees. Hopefully it doesn't get too warm today, but it looks like a beautiful day for a good hike.
Travels our roads and travel. Seem like I know, seem like you know. But all we came to know is who we are in me. And all these broken roads led us to the sea.
Well, I've hiked about 8.5 miles today. I made it to the Leskinen group campsite. I have about 4 miles to go before I get to the section 13 camp out. It's pretty warm today. It's a nice day, but it's a little warm. A lot of sun. I've been drinking a lot of water, and I don't have a whole lot of water left, and I've got about 3.5 miles to my next water source, so I'm going to have to conserve water a little bit and maybe take it easy a little bit walking for the next hour and a half or so. So everything is going well. Look forward to camping at section 13 and the sunset from the top of the mountain tonight.
The sea.
made it to section 13 campsite. Been here for probably about an hour. I went ahead and set up my hammock. Right before I climbed the 300 feet to get to the top of section 13, which is on top of a mountain, a thunderstorm rolled through. But it has cleared out. There are some chances for some more rain in the next 24 hours, but that's all right. I'm prepared for it. But I'm kind of tired after hiking today. I'm going to have some PB&J right now. And then I think I'm going to head down. There's a nice lookout about 1/10 of a mile down the trail here. And I plan to go there for the sunset if it stays dry. So we'll see you then. Go away, bear. Go away, bear. All right, we had an interesting night last night. I was camped up at the other site about 9:30. These guys were going to the bathroom.
Literally on the latrine.
And what happened?
Saw a bear. Like, how far away?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Scared the shit out of her.
So as I'm walking up to the campsite, they tell me that they saw a bear. And as you're going to go sleep, hearing that news isn't the most appealing. So I went up there and saw it again, and it wasn't really running away. So being the fraidy cat that I am, I decided to come down and camp with these wonderful people from Iowa.
Survivors.
Iowa nice.
And then as I was setting up my hammock down here, we saw and heard the bear several times. And what do you say? It probably took 15 minutes of us trying to make noise and shining our spotlight at him before he ran away. And then the sleeping probably wasn't the best last night. After thinking about that, every little noise we thought was the bear, but we made it. All right, I've hiked probably a little under 2 miles. It's only about 9 o'clock in the morning. I only have about 4 miles to go till I get to the campsite tonight, so I'll probably get there around lunchtime. But this is a pretty hilly area, so I needed to stop and take a break here, and you can kind of see where I went today. Way over in the distance there is section 13. So I came down section 13, came out through the woods. Down here there's a trailhead. You walk up the highway here for 1/4 of a mile. And there's a real steep climb, and then you go down and another steep climb till I got to here. So I've probably got half a mile till I get to Sawmill Dome.
I'm giving up slowly. I'm blending in so you won't even know me. Apart from
Well, I made it to Sawmill Dome. It is an absolutely gorgeous lookout. I think I'm gonna sit down, relax, and enjoy the view.
Far from this whole world that shares my fate, and this one last bullet you mentioned is my one last shot at redemption. Cause I know to live you must give your life away. Cause I've been housing all this doubt and insecurity, and I've been locked inside that house. All the while you hold the key, and I've been dying to get out. That might be the death of me, and even though there's no way of knowing where to go, I promise I'm going, because I gotta get out of here. I'm stuck inside this rut that I fell into by mistake. I gotta get out of here. And I'm begging you, I'm begging you, I'm begging you to be my escape. I've given up, I'm doing this alone now, cause I failed and I'm ready to be shown out. You've told me the way and I'm trying to get there. And this life sentence that I'm serving, I admit that I'm every bit deserving. But the beauty of grace is that it makes life not fair. Cause I've been housing all this doubt and insecurity.
All right, I made it to West Kennedy Creek campsite. I've been here for quite a while, and look who decided to join me tonight. It's Krusty.
That's terrible.
R. Pelton 1. If there's lots of videos of you doing Krusty on there, right?
No, not one. That's the only one. You got a jewel on that.
Woo! They came and they're camping out with me tonight. They have their hammocks over here. There's Phoenix. She's looking a little perkier than last time we saw her.
Got my spicy trail mix.
There you go. Looks good. So their hammocks are right in here by mine. It's only about noon, so it'll be a fun day of just chilling and hanging out. All right, so I came to have my lunch for the day, and I went to get my food bag here. And at first I saw some stuff was kind of messed up, so I thought maybe a mouse had gotten into it. But upon further inspection, Rob and I noticed that there are punctures in my ursack, where I think that bear last night got to my food. And I don't think that he got into it necessarily, but he smashed everything and crushed everything up. As you can see down here, it's kind of a mess. So I've got 2.5 more days on the trail here, and I need to kind of figure out what I'm going to do with my food. I think that the bear attacked the ursack prior to me going to bed last night, because I hung the ursack as you're supposed to. All you have to do is tie it around a tree, probably 5 feet off the ground, right by the base of the tree, basically so the bear can't stomp on the bear bag. Because after we saw the bear and I decided to move campsites last night, we hung my ursack up in a tree like the other campers hung their bear bags, where, you know, it's out 10 feet off the ground, 8 feet away from the tree. There's no way that the bear could have destroyed this Kevlar ursack when it was hanging up like that. So, thinking about it, the bear probably got a little bit of taste of food through this sack last night prior to going to bed, which explains why he was hanging around, probably trying to look for more food last night. So, but I'm gonna have to check out ursack. I think they have some sort of warranty. The bear definitely punctured this bag, and while he didn't eat all my food, he smashed a lot of it, and things like the Mountain House meals, if you puncture the pouch low enough down, there's no way you can pour the water in and prepare your food in it. So I'm alright tonight. I have enough food laying around here. It's mostly junk food sort of things. I've got some mashed potatoes there. So I'm alright tonight. Might have to run into the store with Rob and Cassandra tomorrow and buy a couple things, but just got me thinking. I just paid like 60-70 bucks for this fancy ear sack. And I was telling everybody how great it is, but I'm kind of questioning it right now.
And I've been locked inside that house, all the while you hold the key, and I've been dying to get out. That might be the death of me, and even though there's no way of knowing where to go, I promise I'm going, because I gotta get out of here. I'm afraid that
Dinner and just relax while the day winds down. But views like this, like I keep saying, are well worth the effort to climb up.
That was directed at you, Cassandra. Use like this.
So this is what the behind the scenes footage looks like when people are shooting videos out in the woods.
this complacency is something I can't shake. I gotta get out of here, and I'm begging you.
There's our Pelton one. Cassandra. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Our Pelton one. Why is it our Pelton?
Robert Pelton one. It was my.
Number
You can even see this video at home.
It was just kind of my name, but not my name, and it
Goes that far, huh?
that's what's stuck.
Carabiners, yes. I have some at home. I didn't think to bring them.
I'm begging you to be my escape. I am a hostage to my own humanity, self-detained and forced to live in this mess I've made. And all I'm asking is for you to do what you can with me, but I can't ask you to give what you already gave, 'cause I've been housing all this doubt.
Good morning. Time to leave camp. Nice camping with everyone. Everyone have a good hike. I'll see many of you down the trail. Have a good day.
I'll subscribe.
Sounds good. Jeremy LaCroix. That's me. Waking up people who aren't awake yet. Sorry. Alright, today I'm making a short hike a couple miles down. Hello.
Bye.
Have a good hike.
Yeah, you too.
Making a short hike about 2 miles down to the trailhead where Phoenix and Krusty have parked where they came in. I need to go into town with them and pick up a little bit of food for tonight. Then I'm actually going to skip ahead a little bit on the trail with them down to Bear Lake, where we're going to be camping tonight. But we skipped breakfast this morning. It's probably 6:30 right now, and we're just gonna head into town and grab some breakfast there. So,
And insecurity, and I've been locked inside that house, all the while you hold the key, and I've been dying to get out. That might be the death of me, and even though there's no way of knowing where to go, I promise I'm going, because I gotta get out of here. I'm stuck inside this rut that I fell into by mistake.
alright, so I made it to Highway 1. Come on this way, Rob. And now you're shooting into the sun. So we made it to Highway 1, 2 mile hike. So we're gonna head into town, get some breakfast, get me some food, shuttle my car down to Beaver Bay. I'm gonna miss out on probably about 8 miles of trail, but that's all right. It's a good trade-off. Breakfast, good food. And just so you don't feel cheated, here's 10 seconds of video from the other 2 trips I walked through Tedagooch State Park. There, now you don't feel robbed. All right, we're roughing it for breakfast this morning. We're at the Northwoods Inn. Northwoods Cafe. French toast and bacon. Ice cold water. Orange juice milk. Phoenix.
English muffin, eggs.
Nice.
Waffle, Nutella.
Woo, buddy. All right, we're here in Silver Bay. Came in and got some resupplies here. Bought some water, some chocolate chip cookies, some freezer bags since my Ursack and my Opsack are ripped up. Some honey buns for breakfast. And tonight, gonna have some Spam over the campfire.
I gotta get out of here, and I'm begging you, I'm begging you, I'm begging you to be my escape. I fought you for so long, I should've let you win.
All right, Phoenix and Krusty dropped me off here in Silver Bay, doing the Twin Lakes Loop, which is a spur trail off of the Spear Hiking Trail that'll take me to, boy, I'm on an ATV trail. Can you tell? The spur trail will take me up to Beaver Bay Lake. Cass and Rob, they aren't injured or anything, but Cass wasn't feeling her conditioning was good enough to make this climb, which I don't have a problem with. It's good to recognize that it's better to make that call than to make it and be miserable. So I will see you at Beaver Bay Lake.
Oh, how we regret those things we do, and all I was trying.
All right, I got camp set up. I'm the only one up there so far. It's only about 1 o'clock, so I decided to go exploring. And this is actually my favorite spot on the whole Superior Hiking Trail. It's an overlook between Bean and Bear Lake. It's kind of windy up here.
And to do is save my own skin. Oh, but so are you. So.
Woo! Oh. Cold but good. Good morning, it's day 5. It's about 7 a.m. Probably about 60 degrees. Last night, some pretty good thunderstorms rolled through, so most of the people in the campsite are still sleeping. So I kind of got out of there quietly. Just a quick 7.5 miles out today. I just grabbed my breakfast and I'm gonna eat breakfast this morning out on the lookout. That's one of my favorites up here. Alright, I made it to the Silver Bay trailhead. lighten the load back there. Gonna head back into the woods now. Looks like I have 4.7 miles to go. Hit the doors. It's the end, my beautiful friend. It's the end. Moose, bears, snakes, oh my. Lots of good animals this trip, lots of beautiful weather. You know, you have to learn to adapt. Sometimes things don't go the way that you planned. Krusty and Phoenix had to drop out. My food got destroyed by a bear. Had to run into town, missed out on about 8 miles of trail. But you know what? It's all good. Probably still did 50 miles. This is my longest night, longest time out on the trail. 6 days, 5 nights. I can't wait to come again. Hey, if you like this video, check out my other videos. Subscribe to my channel over here. I'll put a link to Rob Krusty's channel. But hey, get out on the trail.
Strangers have been